Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Quarantine Kitchen. Today we're going to be making quinoa stuffed peppers. We're going to do these in a Mediterranean style. It's going to be a nice dish. It's going to be gluten-free and relatively low carb. So let's work on it. So we're going to start with some quinoa. I have organic quinoa here. So what's quinoa? Well, quinoa is a type of grain that's been around forever. It's been used to feed livestock, but now we eat it as people. And it looks like this. Little itsy bitsy grains here. Now it has a little bit of a protective shell on the outside, and you want to rinse that off. Because it has saponins on it, or saponins, or I think it's saponins is the right way to say it. But it can use it can have a bitter taste. Most of the stuff you buy is already going to be pre-washed, but it doesn't hurt to wash it anyway. So you take a little sieve, run water over it, and get it all rinsed out. And to start the preparation, I have my saucepan here. I put about a tablespoon worth of olive oil in it, got it warmed up, and now I'm going to add my quinoa to it. And we're going to treat the quinoa much like we treat a risotto, and I do promise to make you a risotto recipe at some point. And we're going to get this started here just by putting a light toast onto the quinoa. And ultimately we're going to stuff peppers with this. It's going to have some feta cheese. It's going to have some olives, some onion, and a couple little spices, maybe some tomato, whatever I kind of feel like putting in it. So we're just going to stir this around and toast it for about a minute. The idea is if we put a little bit of crust on the outside, much like if we were toasting a arborio rice for risotto, it will kind of take its time absorbing the liquid, and it'll let it be a little bit fluffy, a little bit creamy. Alright. I can start to smell the perfume coming off that a little bit. So now I have this 1 cup of quinoa in here. I'm going to add to it 1 3/4 cups of water. And we're going to turn up our fire and bring this to the boil. Alright, now once this has come to the boil, just going to give it a quick stir. We're going to reduce our heat to low, cover it, and let it simmer for about 15 to 18 minutes. Meantime, okay, so the quinoa is cooking. That's going to be done in about 15 minutes. So let's work on our stuffing and get our peppers ready. I have about 1/4 of a white onion here. And I'm shooting to make like 2 full peppers or 4 halves. So I think a full pepper with a side would be a nice entree, or a half if you're going to serve it as a side. And I'm going to take this onion and dice it up. All right. I'll take some garlic. I have I have 4 cloves of garlic. Just gonna mash down that to break off the skins. And grab my garlic press and put them right on in there. Adjust the garlic to taste, but I think that there's never enough, so don't ask me that question. Alright, then I have some olives. These are green olives that were pre-marinated in herbes de Provence. Herbes de Provence is one of those classical French blends that has rosemary in it, thyme, oregano, marjoram, I think fennel, but don't quote me on that, and please don't get angry in the comments. I'm just going to split these up a little bit. These are already seeded. Olives are a lot of different olives will work. Kalamata olives will work in this. Black olives will work. My response would be use what's on sale. And we're going to put that in there. Then we have some more of these feta cheese cubes. These are also marinated in herbes de Provence. So this package is a little bit less than 4 ounces. I'm just going to put the whole thing in there. It's already cubed up, so that's nice. Then I have some Boursin cheese. Another soft cheese like cream cheese would do just fine. That's a 5-ounce package. Had some friends over, we had some cheese and crackers. I got about 2 ounces left. I think that'll work out just fine. Once again, these recipes are a guideline, you know, so think of what something tastes like, or think of the ingredients I'm using, and think of what tastes similar to it and what you like, and that's what you put in there. I'm going to put in some more Italian seasoning. I made some berry pancakes earlier, so I have a lemon that's already been zested. But I think some lemon flavor would be good in here, so I'm going to put in just a little bit of lemon juice. Run through my fingers to catch any seed. Just a little bit of juice. And the last flavor element I want to put in is some dill. So I'm going to grab off the top of a bunch here. Oh, what would probably amount to a tablespoon or so. And just give it a rough chop. So now we have a basis of what's going to be a nice savory mix. And then to finish that off, I'm going to add just a little bit of cumin. A little bit of cumin. And just a little bit of coriander as well. Just a couple shakes. And then that's going to be the basis to which I'm going to add my quinoa to. For the peppers, I have a nice yellow pepper, a nice orange pepper here. So how we're going to prepare them is I'm just going to cut out the top. Yes, I certainly should be using a smaller knife at this point. and cut lengthwise down it. And then just remove the seeds. I know a lot of people you probably grew up with stuffing peppers from the top, but this is a pretty dry stuffing, and I'm not gonna add much of any tomato to it. I haven't really decided on that yet, but this will cook faster. You know, a pepper that you cook from the top down is probably going to take a good 45 minutes in the oven. And it's the middle of the summer. I'm not looking to have my oven hot. In fact, this is a nice low profile. It's going to hit right in my toaster oven without a problem. So there we go. I got my 4 halves. And as soon as I get my quinoa done, I'll finish the stuffing and we'll pop it in the oven. Alright guys, it's been about 15 minutes and our quinoa is done. It has absorbed all the liquid, and what you just do then is you fluff it with a fork, much like you'd fluff rice. And you see it's way bigger than we started. Now quinoa has a higher protein content than most grains. It's high in vitamin B, it's high in iron, so it's great for your blood. Alright, so now we got that all fluffy. We're going to combine that and finish our stuffing. Put that into our olive and cheese mixture. I'm going to be eating these for days. That's okay. Alright. Let's bring that whole mix together. Let's add to that some black pepper, freshly ground, some sweet smoked paprika. Smoky flavor is going to add a good flavor, and I also added a pinch of cayenne, which you didn't see. I'm also going to add a pinch of salt here. Okay, pinch and a half. Alright, we're going to stir that all in. Alright, once we got our mixture good and combined, it's got to look something like that. We're going to prepare our peppers. Now I have my individual au gratin dishes, or rarebit dishes as they'd be called in the industry. I put a little bit of olive oil into it, just so the pepper doesn't stick to the bottom. I take my 2 peppers, put 2 halves per order. And now I know the bottom's not going to stick, I'm just going to stuff it up. And I'm going to go nice and high with the stuffing. Alright, and that's what you're going to cook. You're going to take this and we're going to cover it with some aluminum foil and put it in either a conventional oven or a toaster oven. I'm going to use my toaster oven at about 350 for, I'd say, a good half hour, 45 minutes. So, you get them all ready. You can have these pre-prepped and ready to roll and just throw them in the oven if you're having a party. So these are going to go in the oven and I'll show you what it looks like when they come out. All right, so we had our peppers in the oven for about an hour at 350 in the toaster oven. And let's see how they turned out. There they are. You can get a good look at how that turned out. Obviously nice and really, really hot. The peppers cooked, nice and tender. Cut into a piece of it here. That turned out really nice. Nice light. I can taste the garlic coming through. And the other savory spices. A little bit of the cheese. So that was a nice, simple, easy dish. So here we are. Quinoa stuffed peppers. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe for more videos.